Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. My name is Asih Medis Lestari and my last student number is 70. In this video, I'm going to explain about the production of speech sound. The production of speech sound, there are three subtopics. Number one, the organ of speech. Number two, the diagram of articulator. Number three, speech sound production. Number one, the organ of speech. The speech sound we use in speaking is generated by the human vocal or vocal organs, including the mouth and the respiratory apparatus. In the oral cavity, there are various organs, including the teeth, tongue, lips, and jaw, which in addition to function as those talking, were also used for chewing. While in our body there is a breathing apparatus in the form of lungs, which basically function for the entry of air to get oxygen, which is then flow to the rest of the body. It is a picture of the head, throat, and chest. Inside the chest are the lungs, which are very important in speaking because the sound is produced from the air flowing from the lungs. In the throat is the larynx and there are important organs, namely the vocal cord. These vocal cords are located horizontally in the larynx. Above the larynx there is pharyngeal cavity, which functions as resonating space for the sound produced by the vocal cord. On the human head, there is an articulation organ called the articulator and two cavities, the oral cavity and the nasal cavity. The larynx is called an articulator because they function to interrupt the air that comes in and out of speech sound production, especially consonant. The oral cavity and the nose are used as resonating space that amplify existing sounds. Number two, the diagram of articulator. When one speaks or products speech sounds, the speech system functions as a whole. It acts in a total integrated response. Therefore, on the basis of the function, the vocal organs can be divided into three subsystems as the following. Number one, the respiratory system, which is the source of the airstream needed to produce speech sounds. This system includes a speech organ called initiator that refers to the lungs, by which the air is set into motion for the production of sounds. Number two, the phonatory system, which provides interruption in the vocal thread needed to produce voice. The main organ in the system called phonator that refers to the vocal cord in the larynx. Number three, the articulatory system, which modifies the outgoing airstream in various ways to produce and differentiate speech sounds. This system covers all speech organs above the larynx, which are called articulator. They function to obstruct the airstream that is forced out of the lung through the vocal thread. Of the three systems, articulatory system plays an important role in producing speech sound. It is also useful to talk about articulator dealing with their position in the mouth, either along the upper jaw and the lower jaw. The articulator that are situated along the upper jaw are the upper lip, the upper teeth, the teeth ridge, the hard palate, and the soft palate, whereas the articulator along the lower jaw are the lower lip, the lower teeth, and tongue. Number three, speech sound production. Speech sounds are defined as sound produced by the human speech organs. All sounds are basically produced when there is some interruption made by speech organ against the outgoing air somewhere along the vocal threads. For sound production process, namely when there is the air disruption that occur in the larynx, that is, the air flow is forced out through a small opening made by the vocal cord, so that it causes them to open and close successfully. In other words, it causes the vocal cord vibrating. The vibration of the vocal cord produces a speech sound called voice. Okay, everybody, I think it is all of my presentation. I hope you can understand of my explanation. I'm sorry if there are many mistakes. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.